Hey guys, I'm back again with another episode. Today, Aaron Glenn officially becomes the coach of the New York Jets. So, no more Glenn, no more Ben. Those guys are gone. We now have to figure out their replacements, right? But before we do that, I want to talk about Aaron Glenn a little bit and, what he meant to the team. Look, Aaron Glenn was a hell of a coach. To me, he was probably out of the two, the better one of getting the most out of his players. Obviously, Ben had the better mind with his play calling, but Aaron Glenn was the emotional guy, right? You always see him with his players, in their faces, showing love. If you see these interviews and if you watch the St. Brown podcast, they always ask, name somebody who's been an influence to you in your career, and how almost everybody would bring, if it was a defensive player, say Aaron Glenn. So losing him is huge. It really is. But it sucks. It's a part of the game. It's one of those things. I'll tell you, we're not used to this because who wants a Lions coach? Usually this is the job you take when you want your career to just poof. This is where the job that coaches take basically to end their careers. And now, we got all this success, and then now everybody wants, a piece of what Detroit has. It's different, right? And it's saddening. It hurts. I mean, we can take it as a compliment, I guess, but it sucks. It really does. So losing him is tough. But, you still got Brad and you still got Dan. And I trust those two guys to make the right hire. If there's anybody who's going to steer this ship the right direction, it's those two. So I have 100% confidence that they'll pick the right guys, whether they hire in-house or bring somebody with previous experience to fill those positions. But I wholeheartedly feel like they'll make the right decision. So with him being gone, Aaron Glenn, we are now awarded 2 third-round picks in consecutive seasons. So now in this draft, we'll get a third-round pick, and the next draft we'll get one, which is, some consultation prize, I guess. It's nice. We can use them, considering we don't have a third-round pick this year. So now, we got picks 1, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. We have 5th round. We don't have a pick, and we have one in the 6th and 3 in the 7th. So that's nice this year. And then that gives Brad more ammo. If he wants to trade our 3rd next year, knowing we have this one, he can do that to move up in this draft. Because to be honest with you, I think we go all in. We need to go all in now. The window it's not closed, but it's closing. Now, how long? I don't know. 2 years, maybe 3 years. We got hopefully more, but it's being realistic. We need to go all in. And, with all our players that we're going to get back from injury, another draft class and free agency, I really wholeheartely believe that we'll be back in the same position next year. 1 seed, possibly 2 seed. I don't care what seed, as long as, we get that first game at home, I feel like we'll crush. 2 seed, 3 seed are the good ones because the second round, you don't got to play the number 1 seed. So I like that. But, hey, I feel like we'll be back in this position next year. Hopefully, celebrating a Lombardi trophy or at least playing in Cali, in the Super Bowl. But, we'll see. I guess time will tell. But, we gotta hit these. We gotta crush these picks. Brad, you can't miss. Like, you can't miss on these picks. You gotta hit this draft. We have to. And it's a harder draft because now you're drafting in the back end, and it's a lot harder to hit those guys than it is when you got a top 10 pick. It's a lot easier hitting there than, the end of the draft, but I got faith in you. That's where you got Laporta, you got Branch. I mean, you got some nice picks there. So let's see what happens. But in the meantime, Aaron Glenn, hey, you'll be missed, buddy. You will. And, I hope you guys do well out there. And, go Lions. Go Lions. Let's do this. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I got 5. Hopefully I can get 6. I wanted to say, honestly, I'm not doing this for money. I don't care. I'm doing this just so I can meet you guys, talk to you guys. This is my passion. I love the Lions. I can talk all day Lions. At work, customers come into come talk to me. They'll see my hat or I'm wearing something, and then we'll talk about it. We'll bring up stuff from back in the 90s. I love the Lions. And, I want to do this to hopefully, get some of you guys to talk back to me, in the comments. I watch a bunch of YouTube videos of different streamers that, stream Lions content that, talk about the Lions. And, it's something that I'm passionate about. And I really, really, really hope that this year is our year, and none better than, me maybe here. That this is the luck I can bring to them, is now I'm talking about it. So maybe I can speak it into fruition and you guys get to witness it. So, subscribe if you can, please, and comment. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys. And you have a good night. Go Lions.